Hello everyone, and welcome to Victoria's Cantina, where today we're having a look at the Hasbro Star Wars The Black Series number 62, Han Solo. This is our very first Black Series figure based on the Alden Ehrenreich Solo. I hope I said his name correctly. From Solo, a Star Wars story, coming to theaters very, very soon. And one that I picked up for $5 at Walmart. For $5 at Walmart. Yep, you heard that right. Earlier this year, Walmart clearanced out all of their 6-inch Black Series figures for $5. For whatever reason, they didn't change that once the newer stock started coming in, so it was only $5 at Walmart. Unfortunately for me, this was the only figure they had from that wave. They didn't have anything else. Actually, this was the only Black Series figure on the pegs. But you have a very moody looking Han there at the very bottom. From the information given at the back of the box, Han Solo reinvents himself after leaving behind his old life. Now, Solo is growing increasingly comfortable traveling with lawbenders and scoundrels. So, really looking forward to this film. Hopefully it's going to be a surprisingly good movie. All right, I'm going to go ahead and spend a little bit of time, get this guy out of the box. When we come back, we'll take a closer look at Han Solo. Alright you guys, so here's young Solo out of the packaging, and I really like the way the figure looks. Initially I was kind of apprehensive about this movie, and I didn't really like the idea of a young Han Solo, but the trailers have been looking increasingly good, and it sounds like it's going to be a fun movie at the very least, so I am looking forward to it. And consequently, I have been more interested in adding these to my collection. I kind of waited a little bit. Han's proportions look good, his outfit looks good, and his head looks good. So we're off to a really good start here. I mean, it definitely feels like a younger version of Han Solo, which is what we're looking for. Even in a neutral pose like this, it very much feels like the essence of Han Solo, as played by Harrison Ford, I should say. But yeah, really good looking sculpt. The detailing's feeling really good to me. Let's take a close-up look at that head. So this obviously uses the photoreal face printing technology, and I was really impressed with how it turned out on Rey, and I think it looks really good on Han. Now this does resemble Alden Ehrenreich, but it feels also a little bit, I don't want to use the word generic, but it kind of feels like a young Harrison Ford. I don't feel like they 100%, maybe they did, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't feel like they 100% were going for Alden Ehrenreich. Like maybe they were kind of going for a mix of Alden Ehrenreich and young Harrison Ford, possibly. I don't know, it's hard to say, but the important thing is that the figure looks good. It looks like Han Solo as a character, at least a younger Han Solo, and I'm really digging it. The face paint isn't overtly glossy or anything. There's a little bit of a sheen to it, but that photoreal print tech makes it look very clean. The eyes look very nice and straight, eyebrows look clean, lips look good, a little bit of a darker shade to them. Hair's looking good, it's very nicely sculpted. He's even got the sideburns, and it all looks to be in one color, but it looks great. The jacket looks really nice. I like how they kind of gave it a little bit of a leathery look by giving it a little bit of a wash to kind of highlight some of those details. You don't really see that in the sleeves so much. It's mostly in the front and back of the actual jacket. It's more of a darker brown or black up here at the top. Really nice detail there, and he's got a little, I don't know, that's a badge or maybe like an interstellar label for some designer or something, but it looks nice. His black undershirt looks nice. You can kind of see that in there. I like that they went with black. The belt looks pretty much like Han Solo's belt in his holster, a belt buckle, so nothing really new there, but it's nice to see it replicated here on this character design. He's got the blue pants, just like Han Solo had in A New Hope. Maybe this is just a personal nitpick type thing, but I kind of feel like it would have looked better if he had black pants to kind of match that undershirt. That's just me, just personal taste, but it still looks good either way. From what I've seen, though, from the promise for the film, it feels like maybe this is a little bit too light at the very least. Maybe they should be a little bit darker of a blue color. But they still look good. They are a little bit too glossy. Not as bad as we've seen on some figures, but still a little bit too glossy there. The boots are a little bit matte by comparison. I don't know why they didn't do the opposite. Maybe more glossy boots and more matte pants. But, I'm just here to review it. I don't design them. It looks good though. There's some nice texturing going on. They're very faint, but they did give it a little bit of texturing to kind of make them look more leathery. Peg holes on bottom. In terms of articulation, you have a ball joint here at the head. They did away with that pin that they used to have on these newer figures, so you don't have that unsightly neck joint. Maybe a very slight difference in the tone from the neck to the face. I kind of feel like maybe the neck's a little bit more pinkish looking, but not terribly noticeable. But it does look down, it does look up a little bit, not too much. Side to side, you can tilt it quite a bit, which is cool. Ball hinging at both of the shoulders. You can rotate them, spin them outwards, insert molded joints here at both of the elbows as well. For the wrists, you can move the left wrist forward and back, rotate it. Right wrist goes up and down, and rotation. You have a ball hinge at the upper torso, nothing at the lower torso, just at the top. It goes side to side, but doesn't really do up or down. You have insert molded connections at both of the hips. You don't do the best of splits, even on the left leg, which isn't restrained by the holster. You can get them forward most of the way, at least the left leg. You have a swivel here at the upper thigh, double bends at both of the knees. And then for the ankles, we have rocker hinges. You can swivel them, you can move them forward like that. So pretty nice overall. Definitely on par with anything more recent in the 6-inch Black Series line. So for accessories, Han comes with his Blastech DL44 blaster pistol. It's nicely recreated here. For the most part, it looks like Han's blaster in the original trilogy. It's got the brown paint right there for the grip, and it's kind of cast in this kind of semi-reflective black plastic. So not a whole lot of paint detail to it, but it does look good. You can place it inside his holster right here on his hip, and you would just insert it like this. It doesn't want to go in because it's a very tight fit. Definitely let me know in the comments if yours is this hard to get in. There we go, it's in there. And we can go ahead and plug this strap in there like that. The blaster also fits comfortably in his hand. I'm also now having a heck of a time getting this little tab to go back in its place. It's kind of bendy, so it doesn't want to go in there at all. Here's a comparison with the Black Series Han Solo from 2013. And seemingly, when we see Han in Solo, a Star Wars story, he isn't his full height yet because the Harrison Ford Han Solo figure is a little bit taller. Here he is with the Black Series Chewbacca from 2014. This Chewie's always been a little bit too tall. And it's even more obvious when you have him next to this shorter Alden Ehrenreich Han Solo figure. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so there you have it. This is the Hasbro Star Wars The Black Series number 62, Han Solo. Overall, you guys, I like this figure. I like it more than I anticipated I would. Again, I don't think it looks 100% like the actor. It seems almost more like a blend of young Harrison Ford and Alden Ehrenreich, or whatever his name is. But it looks and feels like a young Han Solo as a character, and the photoreal looks fantastic applied to this figure's head. Nice paint detailing on the jacket. A little bit too glossy of a look for the pants, but other than that, the aesthetics are totally there. I'm very happy with them. The articulation is very fluid. The figure poses very well. His blaster is a little bit difficult to get into his holster, and the holster is a little bit difficult to latch back in place. But those are really my only nitpicks with the figure. Other than that, it's a great figure. Very solid plastic. I'm glad that Hasbro seems to be moving away from that really bendy plastic that has been plaguing the line for years. And as a result, a very solid figure. Very happy with it. Alright my friends, I hope that you've enjoyed this video. If so, do give us a like, do subscribe, let me know your thoughts down below. Be sure to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Subscribe to the Cantina Chatter podcast on iTunes, and as always, I'd like to thank you for tuning in to Victoria's Cantina. Until next time, bye-bye.